2024 was a nightmare year for Rocksteady, and that makes me so sad because the old Rocksteady used to be so amazing, just like the old Naughty Dog used to be fantastic. The old Volition used to make amazing games, and the Arkhamverse is one of my favorite series of all time. Those games were so perfect in every way, shape, and form, and it makes me so sad that we're never going to get another amazing title within the Arkhamverse because Kill the Justice League was really a nightmare for them. It lost over $200 million. We know that it did not resonate with fans, and now we're finding out that because they decided to hire a bunch of activists who wanted to disrespect the source material, that Rocksteady was just hit with another round of layoffs. So, Eurogamer's Tom Phillips had reported half a dozen staff impacted by the redundancies have spoken to Eurogamer to confirm the job losses under condition of anonymity to protect their careers, which isn't really shocking because most of the people that work at this company are activists, they are SJWs, but they understand that they still need to protect their identities because while they have been brought into this industry, it's not because of talent, and so they basically need to stay silent publicly. He went on to reveal the layoffs hit programming and the artist teams as well as more quality assurance members. This new round of layoffs followed a previous one in September. Phillips broke that news as well and reported that half of Rocksteady's quality assurance department was laid off. It was reduced from 33 to 15. He also claimed that the layoffs affected those outside of QA as well and have affected individuals across the board from junior staff to individuals who have been with the company for over 5 years. When KTJL really started ramping up in production, multiple people that helped form Rocksteady, had been with Rocksteady from the beginning, or had been with Rocksteady for a decade plus, ended up leaving because they were not happy with the direction this franchise was being taken in, which I completely understand. As a fan, I am disappointed with what they created in KTJL. As a fan, I am heartbroken to see what happened to this once amazing company and how they basically just barreled their way into this company and completely tore this project from the inside out and created a monstrosity in the Arkhamverse. But the layoffs are, of course, not surprising given the game's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, when they made it clear the game was a financial disaster soon after it released in February 2024. They had lost such a massive amount of money on this, over $200 million, in fact, which they could not come back from. There was no way that they were going to continue this game's development for any longer than they needed to. That's why they were stopping at season 4. They announced that a couple of weeks ago. They were originally going to go 5 to 6, but they cut their time short. They figured that's enough content to keep people happy and satisfied. It survived for a year, which is what companies typically aim for with live service titles. It's why, Ubisoft didn't instantly shut down X Defiant. They're keeping it going for another few months to hit that 1-year point. That's basically the legal cutoff. Like, after a year, we don't need to keep it up anymore, or we don't need to develop it any farther. And they went that far with KTJL. They're not going any other distance, which isn't shocking. Nobody's playing this game. Nobody even asked for this nightmare of a title they created. And Warner Brothers was especially disappointed given how much money they had earned the year before on Hogwarts Legacy. And even Multiverses made them some money, not as much as they were expecting also. But this is just so sad because Rocksteady used to be a legendary company like Volition, like Naughty Dog, like BioWare, like Obsidian, and when you only hire activists who do not understand the source material, are not real gamers, and do not care about respecting the legacy that they're working with, you end up in a situation like this, and nobody is going to buy your video game, nobody is going to play your video game, and then you are all going to be out of jobs. So this developer is being hit with another round of layoffs. Not that it's shocking, but it is still disappointing that this was the end of the Arkhamverse games, unless they do actually come out with more VR titles like Arkham Shadows. And word on the street is they're making an Arkham Asylum remake, which will sell, but we're never going to get another brand new video game in this series, I don't think. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.